Let's talk about AI in the public sector. Agencies are under a ton of pressure to harness its power. But the typical way forward, these huge multi-year consulting contracts, is just filled with risk. Today, we're going to look at a totally different model, one that's designed to deliver real results right from the get-go. If you're a leader in government, this probably sounds all too familiar, right? You've got this constant pressure to innovate, to modernize your services with AI, but at the same time, that pressure is always slamming up against the hard realities of working in the public sector. And those realities are totally unique to your world. It's a tricky balancing act. You're juggling public accountability, incredibly complex procurement rules, and, let's be honest, limited internal capacity. It's a combination that can stop innovation dead in its tracks before it even gets started. And this right here, this is the exact spot where so many of those ambitious AI projects end up. It's called the trough of disappointment. It's that really frustrating gap between all the initial hype and excitement and the point where you actually see real, lasting value. So the big question is, how do you get across that trough? Well, it starts by taking a much more pragmatic approach, one that's built from the ground up to avoid the traps of the old-school consulting model. You know the one? It often fails because government priorities can change way faster than a multi-year contract ever could. I mean, the difference between the two models is pretty stark. On one side, you have the old way, these long-term hourly contracts that frankly create dependency but don't really have accountability. And on the other side, you have a new model, short, focused engagements. You know exactly what deliverable you're getting, and you know the fixed price. The entire focus shifts to outcomes, not just billing hours. And here's the key. This model puts you in complete control. After every short engagement, you hit a decision point. Do we proceed? Do we pivot? Or do we just pause for now? There's no lock-in. The power to make the call always stays with your agency. Okay, so how does this actually work in practice? It's all built on a really simple but powerful three-phase model. Think of it as a structured path designed to get you predictable, tangible outcomes. Every single engagement, whether it's big or small, follows the same proven process. First up is discovery. This is all about getting a deep understanding of your specific challenges and what success looks like for you. We're not just slapping on some generic playbook. Second, execution. This is where we deliver actual, tangible things, real frameworks, clear roadmaps, or even trained-up teams. And finally, transfer. The goal here is to empower your team, not create dependency. We make sure your people can sustain and build on what we've created together. This really gets to the core promise. Each one of these three-phase cycles is its own self-contained project that delivers value on its own. There's zero assumption that you have to continue, and absolutely no penalty if you decide to hit the brakes. All right, let's make this a little more concrete. How does this model take this big, kind of intimidating idea of AI adoption and turn it into something tangible and manageable for your agency? The AI Adoption Advisory Service is a perfect example. It's designed specifically to help agencies like yours cut through all the hype and build a real strategy that's actually grounded in your day-to-day operational reality. So at the end of just one of these focused engagements, what do you actually get? Well, your team walks away with a whole set of practical tools, a strategic roadmap with clear, prioritized use cases, an honest-to-goodness assessment of how ready your organization is, a custom AI governance framework, a full risk assessment and mitigation plan, and clear guidance on team training. These aren't just vague promises. They are concrete, actionable things you can use immediately. So let's just recap why this approach works so well and why it's so specifically designed for the unique world of government. First and foremost, it's about certainty. You're buying a specific outcome for a fixed cost. This lines up perfectly with government procurement, where, budget predictability is everything. You're getting outcomes, not timesheets. Second, and this is so important, there is zero long-term commitment. Each engagement stands completely on its own. This whole model is designed to minimize risk by keeping decisions small and manageable and putting the controls squarely back in your hands every step of the way. Look, this isn't some commercial model that's just been jammed into the public sector. The entire approach is built on a deep, real-world understanding of your world, the procurement hurdles, the need for legislative oversight, and that absolute, non-negotiable requirement for public accountability. And finally, it's all about impact. Every single project is designed to connect directly to a result you can actually measure, whether that's cost savings, efficiency gains, or better project success rates. There's just no room for fluff or abstract theory, just tangible progress. So, I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What would it mean for your agency if your next AI initiative wasn't some giant, risky leap of faith? What if, instead, it was a series of small, manageable steps where each one delivered a measurable win in weeks, not years, all without locking you into some massive long-term contract? If that sounds like a more pragmatic, a smarter way to innovate, the first step is really just a simple conversation. It's a chance to explore if this approach is the right fit for your challenges, and there's absolutely no commitment required.